Hi everybody, welcome back to Technical Alphas. Today we are going to be developing an interface using Visual C#, ASP.NET framework. So please watch the video to the end and don't forget to subscribe. The channel name is Technical Alphas. So first and foremost, we are going to open up a folder on the desktop where we are going to be saving all our files. So I'm going to name this ASP. So this is where I'm going to be keeping all my files for this project. So open up your Visual Studio. For this to work for you, you need Visual Studio 2013 or a later version. So come to File, New, then come to Project. So choose Visual C#, then under Visual C#, choose Web, then Visual Studio 2012. Now look for ASP.NET Empty Web Application, then come down and rename it. So let me name it Application. So come to Browse, go to Desktop, look for your folder which is ASP, then select the folder, click OK. So now our project is being created. Then later we can design our interface. So now it has been done. As you can see, here we have our toolbox. Then this side is where we get our Solution Explorer. So we can come to Window, reset window layout. Now this is our application, as you can see here. Right click, come to Add, then click New Item. Then come down here and look for Web Forms Master Page. There are two Web Forms Master Page nested and Web Forms Master Page. Now choose Master Page without nested. Web Forms Master Page, click that, then rename it with an extension .master. So I can call it main, then click Add. So it has been created here. So this is the code, the source code. Now when you come down here to design, you'll see how it will be looking like. This is our design. So the design is nothing much. So we come back to our code, come here just above the placeholder at title, then click enter. Come back to design, come to view, come to table, insert table, then let us choose our rows and columns. I'm going to choose 5, then the columns I'll also choose 5, then click OK. So we have created a table within our page. Now when you come back to the source code, you see that the table has created itself in the code. Just by me doing it the other side, it has created the code this side. So we go back to design, come here, select all of them, select the whole row, right click, come to modify, then merge cells. So we have made all the cells to turn into one. So let us type something here. Let this be our heading. Let's say German High School. So let's highlight this. Come and make it bold here. Italicize it. You can underline it if you want. You can look for all the stuff you want within here to edit it. Now come to format, Foreground, this is the color you want the word to become. Let me choose blue. Click OK. So the word has become color blue. Come back to format. Then the background, I can choose black. Click OK. It has got a black background. So again, come back to format. You can get anything from the format. Justify. Then justify where? Center. It will come to the center. So that's how we have made our what? Our header. So the next thing we can do is like, let us add a few more here. Now this is our master page. Whatever we are doing on the master page is going to appear on the rest of the pages we are going to be creating. So we can also merge these cells. Right click, come to modify, then merge cells. So here we can write like the school motto, something like that. So here let us put like some quotes, then say like invest in education, something like that. We can highlight this also, highlight the words, not the background. Then we can italicize them. You can choose the font, but everything you can still get it from the format. Come here to font. Let me choose something like you can choose the font you want. In my case, let me choose, let me see, Algerian. Then I'll click apply, then click OK. So I also need this in the middle, so I'll highlight it again, come back to format, then I justify it into the center. So let me make this bigger. See, let me add on the font size. Let me make it like 24. Okay, now the headings a bit bigger. Let me remove the background, which is background color. Let me choose white. So that's the background color. Now when you double click, it takes you to the code, so do not double click before that. Choose the whole background, then you give the whole of it a background color. So let me give it something like this. So now we come and carry our content placeholder and put it somewhere, so and put it in the middle, then we can make our footer. Let us first make our footer. Let us merge these cells, come to modify, then merge cells. Now we can create our footer, something like German. Then we need the copyright sign. Come to the source code. The word German is here. If you can see, the word German is here. So we need that sign for copyright, which is copy, @ copy, then you say like 2022. Then when we come back to the design, you can see the sign has come with 2022. So let us put this into the center. Come to format, justify, then center. Let us italicize this and underline it. So now we need to carry our content placeholder and put it here. So come to modify, then merge cells. Come to our content placeholder, carry it and bring it up to here. Are you together? So now we can go and then start creating small pages out of this master page. So come back to application, right click, add, then new item, then look for web forms with master page, because we are using web forms master page. Now we look for web forms with master page. It's here, web forms with master page. Change, we can say that this is the form. We want to create something like a form, then click add, then select the master page that you want it to be getting the main information, then click OK. So this is our data page that is coming from our master page. So it has everything like the master page, but for it you can add stuff within the content placeholder. But when you come back to the main master page, it's where you can edit. It's where you can edit the master page. But here at the form, you can only work with it within the content placeholder. So let's create something like a form. You can say something like login form. Press enter. Now here we can say username, then put this. Come to toolbox. Now we look for a text box. Carry a text box and drag it here. Then you can add on the width or in its length, enter. Then we need the email. Come to this one, copy it and then paste it. Then align it accordingly. Then you can also put password. Then you also paste. So now we need some few buttons to work with this. So we go back to the toolbox and carry some buttons. Bring the buttons, drag them and bring them here. So copy the buttons. And paste. We need like, let me say like 3 buttons. So this one will be the send button. So click on the button, come here to text and then rename it. This one will be the send button. Come to the second button. This will be the delete button, and this will be the update button. You can use many buttons as you want. For my case, I'm going to use these ones. So you can align them accordingly. So let's run this and see. Come up here at Firefox. So this is our form and this is how it has come up. Our form looks like this when you run it in the browser. So you can also add a background color to the content placeholder. So let's cancel this, stop it from running, come back to the master page, come to the content placeholder, select it, then come to format, then say background color. We need a color that will not disturb. Let me give this one. Okay. So come back to the form and then save everything, and then run it again. So this is a simple form that we have created with ASP.NET. You can use this idea to create more and more stuff. Hope to see you in the next videos. Check in the description of this link. You'll see another video that will be helping you throughout your course with C#. Don't forget to subscribe. The channel name is Technical Alpha.